choose happiness, you'll be happy. If you choose peace, you'll be peaceful.
Well,
Careful.
It's on the mind. Peace comes from the mind within. If you don't allow things deter you, then you live in peace, you live happily.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that don't have peace in their minds. That's why you have all these negative things going on in the world.
and the word. All right.
Okay.
Welcome back to the podcast again. Today we're going to be discussing dating and relationship. We're going to be using biblical text to support what we have, but probably I would like to make this, thank God we have male and female. So, yeah, I would like us to approach this based on, as a man, what are the things you're going to be, look out for? And as a woman, what are the things that you will look out for in a relationship? But when you're going out with someone for the very first time, those things that you need to look for in a relationship. As a single person, it is important to know what you are looking for in a relationship. This can be different for everyone, but there are some key things to consider. And my first question is going to go to Brother Manuel, which is going to be, from a male perspective, what are some things that single men should be looking for in a relationship?
Well, I think look at myself and put myself into this question. I'm married now for the past 13 years. And what are the things I was looking for then? Well, coming up, we all have what they call spec. Yes, we all have spec. The spec I was looking at was slim, fair lady. And everything should be there. All the endowments should be there. And she must be articulate. She must be eloquent. She must come from certain tribe.
Really?
Yes, I had all my
Are these in the Bible?
then, but all of a sudden, I met someone that really threw me off balance.
Did not click off all those boxes.
She clicked some, but when it comes to certain area, also she didn't. She couldn't meet those criteria. So, what were the things I was looking for? From searching, I started like interacting with people that are in the field already, and they were telling me, "Look, you just need someone that will care for you, care about your family, and also someone that talks to you about your faith as a Christian."
Really?
Yes. The lady, my wife right now, we talk about Christianity, we talk about our faith, and I discover she's from home. So when you put those things, those consideration into dating or into a relationship, or if you're searching, you put those as a Christian, the person you're looking out for or looking up to or you want to get married to should be a Christian also, one. Two, the person should have this kind of family value in the sense that the person care about family. She asks after your mom, your siblings. She care about you and your siblings. She doesn't really care about, she's not really about you alone because she's saying that she's marrying you. She's marrying, not really she's marrying your family, but she's coming to a family.
Exactly.
Now, so ultimately, she must have the fear of God in her heart. And this one has the fear of God. She's caring. She has all the endowments.
More like what you're looking for is more like kind of traditional to me. Like what traditional man would be looking for. But,
What a respectful African man.
But I think we're still going to analyze the
Cultured.
the millennium thing that I believe either male or female should be looking for. Like in this millennium, what I think people should be looking for or look forward to or actually want to be sure that is in place before you can say, okay, yes. Or before you will say, I will take you as my wife or I will take you as my husband.
Well, if you say it that way, I believe our environment and culture shaping us to become what we are. If I had grown up, if I was born in America,
Yeah.
maybe it would be something else.
It could be different.
So a typical Nigerian, a Christian in Nigeria, will almost want to talk the way I speak just now, that this is what I'm looking at. And someone in America will be like, oh, I want a working class. If I'm a graduate, I want a graduate. If I'm working, I want a working class. I need someone in so and so field or so and so profession.
But that's going on in Nigeria already.
It's because the westernization of our culture is what is happening in Nigeria.
Yeah, we're kind of adopting that
Western
idea.
Can I
culture.
interject? Are men not looking for women to be stay at home, like don't work, just stay at home anymore?
Not like men are not looking for stay-at-home, wives, but at the same time, right, things are changing. Even though ladies still want that traditional kind of a man, but they don't want to stay traditional wife. So it's kind of
When you
unbalanced.
say they don't want to stay traditional, don't be traditional. what do
They
you
want to be millennium wife. They don't want, traditional wife will cook for you. They
Stay
do
home
all these things.
and take
They
care of
don't
the
have to
home.
necessarily stay home. A traditional wife will
Traditional
cook,
wife, it stays home.
take care of the kids. But these days, all this millennium, they want to
Slim
be a
mamas
wife.
and
The tech
have their
wife.
own
And they
business.
still want to be able to fly anywhere they want to fly to. They want to be a wife without commitment. So, but they want a husband with commitment.
Next time we'll find a woman to kind of support me, because now I feel like it's two guys.
No. I'm neutral here.
You are neutral.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
okay,
neutral.
Good.
So from your perspective as a female, what do you think you're looking for, or what do you think ladies should be looking for if someone take you out on a date? What are the questions? Maybe before we get to that, what are the things you're gonna be looking to? So, okay, this is the kind of person I can get down with.
So, okay. So many years ago, I had not like spec, but I had like
You two also have a spec.
and we are going to talk about this actually, because I never asked you actually, what are you looking for in a
On this show, I'm not your husband. You are my host.
We've
I'm
gone
not
past
your
that
husband.
stage already.
Yeah. I'm not your husband on this show.
what were you looking for? But I had, I grew up in a Christian home, so I definitely knew that, my partner or future partner then was going to be definitely in church. I had these lists that he must play instruments. He must be tall, not necessarily fair. He must speak Yoruba. That one got modified.
Yeah,
actually.
I get that.
That one
Not even modified, but
that one got modified.
I think I can remember
as I
then.
moved on. Yeah,
I
told you.
remember. Because
I was
you
like,
asked
"Can you
me
speak Yoruba?"
if I can speak Yoruba. I was like,
Yes, that was one
That's
of my.
not-
And then as our relationship actually continued, I realized that all my lists, it was just waste of time. In the end, it became, is this someone I can laugh with? Is this someone that's God-fearing? Is this someone that
How many balls did I actually checked?
like zero?
0 bucks.
But it's God-fearing.
God-fearing, friendship, honest, someone that you can be with and
Find happiness.
and be happy. Exactly. And compared to the women of nowadays, or out there, a lot of people are looking for more outward things that they have on their list. It must be tall.
Number one,
And then number two, right.
Number
I think
one is
number one
money.
actually don't even care about the money. Number one is tall, dark, and handsome, and then the money.
But now
Now it's money.
money is like the number one.
Money is number
I think
one now.
some men.
Money is number one.
No, I don't think
many
so.
women.
I don't think
Most
so.
of these ladies just want to, grab the bag. They want to put
They need
something
money.
here.
Trust me, I think it's
money.
physical first. Money is an
Forget about-
addition.
if it's physical,
If you have buff and you don't have nothing, they will still go with you.
no.
No, in
Unless-
America.
In America,
okay.
I think I should say in America.
Not even here. Unless unless they are the late, the latecomers.
The latecomers.
The latecomers don't care.
The latecomers don't care if you have money or not.
If you have money
they just
and don't
want
have
someone,
anything physical.
once they can see you are averagely okay, they will take you. But those that still believe they're in the market, the money is number
first.
one. Yeah.
Must have
For
a
what's going on,
good
even in
ride.
Africa right now, it's all about money.
Money. Money.
Love is dead long time ago. So we have section 2, creating a meaningful relationship. Once you find someone you are interested in, the next step is to create a meaningful and fulfilling relationship. So we have a biblical text I want us to look into. It's in the book of Proverbs, 18:22, which says, he who find a wife find what is good
thing.
and receive favor from God. Right? So my question to you is that, so what can we learn from this verse about creating a meaningful relationship?
Did you say Proverbs 18:22?
Yes.
That's not what it says.
Proverbs 18:22.
Oh, okay. I was reading 21.
Finds
Okay.
a good thing and obtains
Yeah.
favor from the Lord.
So, what I'm going to start from you. What was that passage trying to, narrate? What do we need to learn from that passage?
If you find he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Yes.
I mean, okay. So the background on
Maybe you should try and define what wife really is.
he who finds a
Just
wife.
like we were talking the other time, like they want traditional husband, but they don't want to be traditional wife. So what Bible is talking here is a traditional wife. Do we still have that now in this day and age? Traditional wife, like
It's few, but there's traditional wives. Yeah, definitely. I mean, compared to modern women, it's I don't think there's a lot.
Wife.
He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
God.
Because we have started with the foundation that the place that you are hopefully looking for a wife as a Christian should be, in, the house of the Lord. That's, if you find... I listened to Pastor K. I don't know if you know him, Pastor Kinsley and Pastor
Kinsley.
Mildred. A lot of these things are going to be inspired from what I've heard him say. He who finds a wife, it doesn't... From what he said that I remember is that it's not like you are literally going out into the streets and you're looking for wife. God is the one that, I mean, as a Christian, you're going to put that fine into God's hands. Lord, okay, next phase, I want to get married. He's the one that's going to inspire, you guys meet, you guys coming together in the first place. If you have put that into God's hand, right? So if he now finds the wife that God has inspired for that to happen, then you have found a good thing. Because anything outside of that, then, I don't know.
I think we need to understand that according to this passage, it's saying that it is important for us to recognize that finding a spouse, a good woman, is a gift from God.
That's what I'm saying.
And that we should approach that relationship with gratitude. From your own perspective, Emmanuel, what do you think of the passage? Do you think a woman is a favor from God?
Well, God is pleased with whoever decides to leave his father and mother and cleave to someone. Searching among the multitude of choices.
That this is what you actually
You decide to pick one. Then God is pleased with you. Do the right thing, getting married. Then it says obtained favor from God.
Favor from God.
I used to have a friend that used to tell me, he was married then.
Yeah, get married.
Back 2007. He said, when are you getting married? I said, well, there's someone I'm looking at. Because myself and my wife is another long story. We were looking at each other 2007, 2008. Then 08, I told her, why don't you marry me now? You've been running away all this while.
And you have to ask, did you ask?
My sister is a long story. So my friend told me, sorry.
Do you get to see the story of Banky W and Adiswa?
Okay, Adiswa.
It's more like they've been friends. The husband realized that, okay, this is my wife.
And she was right there.
But the wife was still trying to say, okay, I have someone I'm still trying to, And at the end of the day, the guy was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask you to be my
Really?
but God, if you think this is, I want you to tell her yourself. And it was like, get to a point that it was like, do you know you are my husband?
Really? She just said it.
Yeah, because it was like, it took her to somewhere for a birthday, and it was thinking of getting back to someone she is dating before, and that kind of creates some little kind of tension right there. That okay, she can't be decisive at that point in time. Maybe I don't want to go into another relationship. Maybe I'm not ready now, and the lady was taking her time, but it was like God, if this is it, tell her yourself.
Show her.
And at the end of the day, I think they auditioned them for a movie together. The one they did in Dubai or something.
Oh, the wedding.
Yeah. So I think after they get close, things like they become best of friends.
Party.
Yeah, they become best of friends, and from there, and that's why it's very good. Like used to say that, be friends first, and see if we can manage or tolerate each other. Yeah. So they were best of friends, and they realized like we couldn't get
we can't get
leg of each other. They call each other, and at the end of the day, the lady come around and was like, "Do you know you are my husband?" So it happened like that. I think it's cool.
You were going to say something.
I just get carried away with you. I don't want to say anymore.
So, and that's always my recommendation for singles.
Be friends.
Be friends first.
No strings attached.
No, yeah. Get to when we're dating, there's a lot we can hide from each other. But when we're friends,
we open up.
Yes. When you are friends first, that I can come to you and tell you anything about me, or if I have to call anybody right now to tell anything about me, or if I'm going through anything, you have to be that person. And after, we can say, okay, you know what? Let's take this to another level.
New dimension.
There's a lot of things I think that is really important that I believe you have to be aware of. And the first thing I normally advocate for is that come in totality, nothing hidden. You can't hide anything.
Come in totality?
In your relationship, you can't hide anything. But there's some important things I want us to look into, right? And it's going to be about, some of them are personal. Why some of them are kind of really important to the marriage, right?
Or relationship?
From that relationship to marriage, because dating is cool, but the end goal is marriage.
Supposed to be marriage, yes.
Yeah, but the end goal is marriage, not supposed to be marriage.
Is there anything called dating in Bible?
Well, the Oyibo make us realize there should be a dating. Because I think we talked about this. I was like, dating is kind of different from being in a relationship.
We've talked about it before.
So
okay, if you meet somebody, guy meets girl, you're supposed to
go on date,
be friends
first.
During that friendship is when you are dating here in America. The dating is what they call friendship.
But during friendship, do you know you can see me with someone else? You have no right to be angry or have any objection because we're not dating. We're just friends. They will tell you that we're not dating. We're just friends.
Dating
so, and to me,
commitment.
Yeah, but to me, I see dating as okay. I see you, right? I want to tell you my like I'm trying to let you know
more about you.
Yeah. Then I take you out on a date. From there we talk. Maybe it's unconclusive. We can come back again for another date until either yes or no happen.
So you keep going from dates to dates.
You can keep taking her out on a date.
Or taking different women out for dates.
No. I'm talking about a lady that you like.
Person? Okay.
Maybe you take her on a date today. It's unconclusive. Maybe you try again on another date. That's what I start dating. But here they believe once we,
boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yeah, they see that to be, but I don't see that to be dating. Dating means taking someone out
to get to know them better.
Yes, that's what I start dating.
But it starts with friendship.
Then after that,
friendship
you can have relationship.
Relationship is me and you. We have a goal in mind that we are going to marry.
Yes,
so
that's relationship. After dating,
relationship.
Because I always told her that after dating is when we have relationship. You don't have relationship before dating. All right. These are what I think we should.
Relationship is the whole thing.
Yes. But it come after dating.
What I'm looking at is.
And it can still happen inside dating.
Two people in an intimate relationship.
They are dating.
Is dating?
Yeah, you say the relationship may be
American.
sexual,
American.
but it does not have to be. It may be serious or casual.
They've added it.
So when it comes to dating, it is important to ask all these questions about, your standard of living.
Dating being we are getting to know each other, which could also be courtship in Nigeria.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, courting.
Yeah, my stand is that dating always comes before relationship. That's my stand.
If you are dating, you are in a relationship.
Yes, but it comes before relationship.
You're looking at dating as the process of wooing
Because
each other.
yeah, it's people
Process
are
of
not.
toasting.
It's kind of changed now.
Yeah.
They toast you on the street right now. If someone met you on the street and hey, I like you. Can we be dating? And that's it. Real dating is that we friend or I get to know you and I invite you for
On a date.
You are still
Yes,
stuck on
that's
this
dating.
date. The fact that I'm going out on a date with you, you started a relationship.
That's a relationship.
Okay, if let's say something, if I get to know a lady that okay, she know me, I know her, but we're not that,
Serious?
like
You're
friend like
friends.
that. We're not like real friend. But you can't say you don't know me. You've been seeing me for quite a while, right? And I bumped into you one day on this fateful day and was like, oh, would you like to have a cup of coffee with me, things like that? That's
It's a
asking
date.
you out on a date, right?
American date.
That's asking you out on a date. But in Africa, they met you on the street. Hey, I like you. Can I be your boyfriend?
Can you rephrase that again?
You're mixing everything.
I'm not
together,
missing
friends.
it out. Let's say that I've been seeing a lady. We're not like friend.
Are
You
you
have to be
interested in
friends.
the
Wait.
lady?
Yes.
Maybe there's this day that you think, okay, maybe I want to talk to her. Proper way is that you ask her out on a date, and that is where you make your opinion known.
Okay. And when she consented,
Yeah.
it becomes
Then you make your opinion known. Then when she say yes,
yes.
then you start a relationship.
Okay. An intimate relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
Got that, so no.
But
Once-
my
once
stand
a
is that
lady-
dating always come before relationship. But now,
Dating.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Relationship. I started once you say yes, let's go out on a date. That's what I'm saying.
No.
what you're
it
saying
has
is
not
that what-
started.
yeah,
Maybe
I can
after.
go-
Maybe after the first date.
I can
the
go
lady
out on
might
a
be-
date with you, and I may tell you I'm not interested in,
not
interested in a
interested
relationship.
anymore.
Yeah.
The lady, yes, that's.
We can go out
that's
on a
true.
date, and if you ask me out, I can say no. I have a boyfriend.
Okay.
No,
Yes,
I'm
you
not
can go out on
interested.
a date
Yeah,
without
that's why the
any
dating comes
intimacy.
before relationship.
It comes first, then relationship.
We are mixing American
Intimacy comes in after.
After that,
American
Yes.
with Nigerian dating.
so when it comes to dating, it is important to ask each other about standard of living to ensure that you have compatible lifestyle.
Okay.
Here are some questions that both parties can ask each other. What are your long-term goals when
When
it comes to
dating.
your career
Okay.
and finances? How do you like to spend your free time and money? Do you prefer a simple, minimalistic lifestyle, or you like a lavish lifestyle? All right. How do you prioritize spending and saving?
These are the questions you should be asking. when-
Yes.
Okay.
Do you, when you know that, okay, we're going to get married, when you are is going to marriage, you have to know, is it someone that just buy Jordan all the time? Is it the time that buy games all the
When you're
time?
going to get married.
Actually, I would prefer this to be asked when we were dating so that
Exactly,
you don't
before-
waste my time, I don't waste your time.
Yeah.
Me, I think
So-
something very, very important is getting to know each other blood group.
That's also important, but
Wait, I didn't hear.
like
group, yeah.
your genotype.
Genotype or
So do,
AAS or those stuff.
yeah, that's very important.
Then your
Do we even? I don't know.
like
we
mine.
just we,
I have to
we
do
use
AIDS test
faith.
first. That was Probiscus then.
Which Baba? Oh.
Myself.
I was like, which Baba?
She was insisting you have to do it.
Really?
Because we know each other back in campus. She said, I know you in campus. You have to go and do it. Then I did it. They said, I'm at ease.
But ours, we use faith, right? Kind of put it on the faith. The only thing I understand is that my genotype can actually work with a lot of, other genotype. I'm
But you
kind of
didn't know
like,
what it was.
Not like that, but I know.
God help. God saved us. Thank you. Thank you.
But I will not recommend anything like that.
Exactly.
You know,
I did
you
say
have
you
to
should.
be.
I did say we should. We never did.
It's important.
I did say we
Yes.
should. Yeah, I remember.
You have to be.
Because
That's
if
what we
you're
call.
never
AS,
did.
she's AS, you get married, then the child will not be happy with you.
That's what we call being informed, and it will be so sad that, as a parent, just due to your negligence, you bring a child to the world to suffer. So I will never, ever, ever encourage anyone not to do that. It's
So
very
definitely
important.
medical checkup.
Yeah.
Ask.
Medical checkup.
Yeah, especially
So-
if you know you're AS. I mean, definitely. Yeah.
It's a lot, it's a long list. So, do you have any debt or financial obligation that may impact your future plan?
That's America.
How do you feel about budgeting and financing planning? How do you envision your future living situation? Do you want to rent, or do you think you want to buy a house? Do you have any specific expectation or preferences when it comes to the standard of living in your relationship?
See, the thing is, when you're going out with someone, when you are in a relationship with someone, most of these things if you have been friends already, most of these things you can kind of know without even sitting down and say,
There's some you may not
what is
know.
your social security? What is your this?
Do you-
I'm just saying.
Because
you
of that
dating.
dating, all these things will start coming out. Some questions.
There's
you
some
can
you
just-
need to ask. There's
yeah,
some you
there's-
don't have to.
Some questions will pop up when
Some
you
you
guys are
have-
together.
Some you know
Through
by
conversation
exactly.
I would say
come up,
some
yeah.
some is just going to be by observation. You will know
Exactly.
But
Not
some
like
you have
sitting
to
down and
ask.
interview.
Yeah,
But then you still have to have this.
but you still have to have that conversation.
The other questions that you can't figure out by just conversation,
Yeah.
then you now ask.
Like student loan, if the guy is not opening up, you just have to ask, do you have student loan?
For those
Do
in
you-
America,
Yes.
for those at home, you know,
Do you have any
we are
debts?
speaking to people all over the world.
That's what I always say. I always say we
Do
have
you
to
want to
do
have kids?
African
How many
and
do you want to
American
have?
view.
Like me, it's unlimited
So,
kids.
all right,
and
let's
your
see.
wife said yes.
Let's
no
look
problem.
at what come under
Because here they will
finances.
say me only 2 and that's it. Some people say only 1 and they stay by it. And you say, before we got married, you can't be changing your mind now. There are some like that.
So another thing, I know we cover finances already. So family background is another important thing. What was your upbringing like? Are you raised in a family that your dad always beat your mom, or are you raised in a family that
Who's going to ask that one?
people? I mean, some people will ask.
It's
Through
That's
conversation,
what,
you
yeah,
know.
through conversation you will know.
conversation, you
Anger
know.
management.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
What was
if I
your
go to your house and I observe some things, I mean, I'm not going to know
What
everything.
about by now
100%.
is living alone?
By who?
Someone that is living all by himself now. He's grown already.
Who's
He's
living
not living
alone?
with his family. How are you going to know that?
You make it your business to know the family.
Yeah. If you're going to know the family, you are just going visiting, right? The only way you will know that abuse is going on in their family is you're going to see how sometimes it's happened and the
Red flags, there are red flags.
yeah, it may not pick it. We have people that their daddy, is
Messed
a
them up.
man of many wives. And some of the children will not pick it up. And some will pick it. Right? So what is your relationship like with your family members? Do you have a good relationship with them, or are you the one that is kind of secluded, like the introvert type? And are there any cultural or religion traditions that are important to you or your family?
That person must know.
Do you have any expectation for your partner when it comes to their family relationship? Do you want them, there's after marriage, some people may not want to see your family. You have to be sure.
You see-
Do you want my family around or not? You have to be sure. Can my mom come visit? Can my dad or my sibling come visit? Some wives don't even want that. That's why I said it's really important, so that we get to know ahead of time if we're going to be compatible, if we're on the same page. Some people like family around them. Some people don't.
When we look at this topic, I think we have the secular side. We have the Christian side. Because if you look at the Christian side, there are a lot of things you put into consideration. So many things, which also cover some aspects of the secular side. The secular side, you have no issue.
Yeah.
You can just, like what you are saying out now, the social stuff, the whatever you have in there, you can really consider those stuff. But when it comes to the spiritual side, the Christian side, there are lots and lots and lots you have to consider. You need to check the history, the spiritual history. Do they have curse in the family? Is there anything like sickness in the family? What kind of ailments? All those have to come.
But even back in Africa, I remember during my mom's time, she used to say that before anybody will go to a house to marry, they normally have some people that do investigate the family.
Yes, of course.
Do you know what they normally investigate?
What do they investigate?
It's kind of funny.
What's funny?
They want to know if probably they have people that are, if they have thieves in the family.
Okay.
They don't want to have kids that will be, like
bloodline of a
someone come like. They want to know if their forefather, sometimes back years ago, has been a thief before. Maybe the guy was not even aware. But they want to know so that because that man will not come back again to their family.
Okay.
They want to know. And that's why I was like in Yoruba land, right? I don't know what they call this,
mental
but
illness. Any mental illness.
They want to know if there's anyone that has mental illness. They want to know if that family is of many wives. They want to know how they raise their kids. You know what? They also want to know that it's funny. If you have Hushback, they have
Oh my God.
They want to know if they have Hushback. They just want family that is perfect. Yes. And lastly, I don't know this in English. Like a big ball.
Okay.
That big ball. Like
ball leg?
No. Men peanuts, right? You have 2 eggs, like testicle, right?
How would they investigate that?
No, there's a normal testicle. No, it's normal.
How would
this
they
one is like
down?
This look like an orange.
Yeah, I forgot.
Orange side. They call it jipa. They call it jipa.
But how would they investigate? I don't
They would know.
They
have
the English
people.
word keep running
They
away.
will have people that know that. For that family, they have a
large testicle.
Yeah, they have large testicle. It's just going to be one side. When they are walking, you see it in their pants.
This is like 1900s.
I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. That is what they investigate. That's what they want to know.
Warapa, I've forgotten the English.
They will
word.
know epilepsy. They want to know epilepsy. Yeah, they want to know if there's epilepsy. So those are what they investigate during their own time. But today, finance is
number one
that we investigate.
Bank accounts.
Yeah, finance. Actually, when I do all these things, finance always come on top. Finance always come on top. That the first thing you want to know. So, number 3.
Not knowing that finance is...
you have to know.
It's important.
It's important, for real.
It's important.
But when you marry someone that is God-fearing, I think all this should actually come in place. It should be
That's
default.
what I'm saying. Everything is important, but...
The finance aspect is important.
You can be a Christian and not be disciplined financially.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is not rich as at when you get married. If you look at so many great men
that
started with their wife at a very, very poor stage, look at where they are today.
Exactly.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I can even use myself as an example. I was in Sierra Leone, went to Nigeria, got married. I had no house, no place to live. I said, okay, let me just come and stay for some time and see if I can integrate into Nigeria. But I couldn't integrate. So I said, look, let me just get married. I got married. I had no house. I had no pots. Every gift they gave to us. How did she even
say yes?
We were... I know as a student.
But do you know that there's some people that they may not reach their potential until they get married.
Yeah.
And there's some they will not reach their potential until they have kids.
When we got married, a few months after, I make sure that baby was there. So I left for Sierra Leone. That's when she came to join me. And when I got back to Sierra Leone, within 2 months, I got a job. Very good job that really helped the family.
Because now you have a family.
Yes, she came and joined me.
So divorce, here came number 3. So you have to ask about divorce. Have you ever been divorced? If so, what did you learn from that experience? And what is your view on divorce? What step do you believe are necessary to ensure a successful marriage?
Yeah, so many questions. So many questions. So you need to ask some women, do you have kids? Some men have to ask, some women have to ask the man also. Women especially need to be sincere when it comes to such.
I believe we've talked about this before. Like when at what stage in a relationship do you say, okay, I have somebody? I asked him, I said, in 20 years, is there anybody that's going to come and...
I don't know why women ask that question. My wife also. So the way I'm looking at it, I hope what?
We'll watch a movie together, right? We'll watch a movie together. The wife is also, it's like, she was always on top of her husband's neck, checking out his phone. She just want to know if the husband is cheating. But in return, it happened to be that the wife is the one cheating. So when you see a woman that is like that, there's a 50% chance that they are sleeping with another guy. Now, number 4, we have job.
We have not even finished talking about what were we talking about? Divorce.
Okay, let's talk about divorce.
2 more seconds. I thought you were going to talk about the movie that we saw. We saw one movie, beautiful family, everything going great. I think something was about to happen really good in that family, and one woman just came out of nowhere and was like, "This is your 20-year-old son," and just mess up the whole.
But sometimes the guy may not be aware.
That's true.
It may be honest. Honestly, it can happen. Maybe most of the time, some couple in Nigeria, when they go to, they see all these.
You just mentioned another one now. Hey,
they just see all these little. They see all this village
when I served.
They see all this village girl and they service them very well. And at the end, those girls get pregnant unknown to the guy, and they don't like to. They don't go for pregnancy termination. They have the baby, they raise the baby.
We are already started with foundation of Christian homes. So, continue.
Well, me, if anybody is coming in 20 years, I don't know about it, but I don't know.
No, the child will not come to the house anymore. The child, a 20 years old child can come to your house now and say.
I mean, if I have something like that, I will take it. I will take. I will accept as my child and it come. But it's like, unfortunately, I don't have any.
Father, help me.
Thank God.
I pray I don't have.
But to be sincere, I will always advise that. I will always advise that it is important to let out everything. If the man or the woman is going to stay, we stay. But it's better for the woman to live now,
be open
because of that, than to have a marriage just like we have now. In Nigeria now, it's getting out of hand.
It's ridiculous.
That you're going to raise children that are not yours.
It's not even in Nigeria, it's everywhere. Don't be saying
it's kind of paramount in Nigeria. No.
Don't say
the percentage
is
high.
No,
honestly, the percentage is really high in Nigeria.
Don't say Nigeria.
It's not Nigeria.
What are you talking about?
All over.
You think they don't do it here too? They have not seen the DNA.
Trust
when people
me.
die here and the will is coming out, people come out.
You know what happened
especially when money is involved?
Something happened recently that these people are actually grown. Some of them are married.
Yeah.
The kids, some of them are married.
Yeah.
Maybe the dad, their father, something happened, and for some reason they need to get blood transfusion or whatever. This man was knowing. No. The wife is about to die, and she doesn't want to die with that, secret.
That's secret.
And she confessed on her deathbed that the man should forgive her, because those
the
4
children
kids
are not his.
4 children that are already married. Now the man is getting to know on her wife dying sickbed that they are not his.
That guy will just die.
And the youngest of them, I thought they were like, the youngest of them is 32 or something. How do you comprehend that? How can a woman do that to someone you claim you love? Not like I'm impotent. I can make a baby. I don't know. This one, man, this one shocked me.
This one happened in Nigeria. I saw it over the internet yesterday. The guy has 4 kids. 3 this is the same blood transfusion. 3 of the children are not A's, just one. Came to the house. What was it? That was shot. The woman was like ranting also. On the long run, said, "Look at the paper." She would start begging.
Wow.
She went on her knees begging and begging.
So at the end of this, we're going to talk to the young ones and talk to the older people in relationships.
Now let's talk about job. Do you think it's important to ask someone that what kind of job you're doing?
That's number one. That's what's
job,
going to reassure the woman that there's money in the bag.
Love
So the job
money,
is important to ask.
Love without money.
I just want to know what you are doing. No, I mean, it's okay to know that, okay, this is what you are doing for a living. I think it's, but I don't think that is important, right?
I remember this preaching many years ago. I remember Pastor Odia definitely saying, what did he say? Marry potential?
Yeah.
Marry potential was what he said. Okay, this person doesn't have a job now, but does he have a potential of earning more or whatever?
Yes.
Is he hardworking, whatever? And then Pastor K, when I heard Pastor K, is like, is it, you know how every year, every decade, things change, right? Like back
Maybe
in the
because
day,
of technology.
Back in the day, we used to say marry potential. Now they say marry pattern. If there's a pattern that this man is doing something, he's successful, he's doing another thing, he's successful, he's doing another thing, then you can go ahead with that person.
But I think they still fall in the same, the same box. You know why? Because
pattern and potential.
Okay, let's see. True. Okay, like right now, this is me right now. Right? Maybe I'm making $50,000. But as a woman, you can see where I'm going. You know that in the next also, like my plan can earn me millions in another 5-10 years.
Okay.
That's what they're trying to say.
So the potential, the thing is, sometimes the potential might be there, but there might not be all the other important things that you need for that potential to yield something in the future. Is what
so
kind of like what Pastor K was saying.
You are not looking at potential now.
Exactly.
You are looking at pattern that actually worked.
Exactly. You're looking at pattern. Okay, this man has a pencil. He's able to turn it into 10 pencils.
Okay.
And then, he
not
has
like
10 now.
You have pencil and it's becoming a shorter pencil.
The potential is there. You have given him. Some people have done this. Women have given a lot of money to the man.
Yeah,
he has a potential, but business is not.
I can understand.
You've given $10,000. Where is the money?
I get where you're
Zero.
going now. Yeah.
So he has potential, but he's not.
Which means that the potential have to be, tried and trusted.
Exactly.
I got it. So, yeah, you are right.
So that's what I learned from that marriage counselor.
This one will shock you. Credit worthiness.
How is that shocking?
I know it will shock Brian. Credit worthiness. Yeah.
Why is that shocking?
What is your credit score and financial history? How important is credit to you in a relationship?
Why is that shocking?
What is your view on debt and how do you manage it? You know one thing, right? This, like you said,
we have to do African and American.
Where we came from. We don't even care if you have $100 million debt back in Nigeria. But here, it's going to affect everything. You know why? The moment you have card that you are paying, or if you default, or you have a bad credit, it goes a long way. There's
a lot of things attached to it.
Yeah. Like back in Africa, nothing attached to. There's nothing like that. But here, it's more or less like everything come back to your that credit worthiness, unless you have cash that you can spend. And fortunately, do you know they discussed this yesterday?
Bible study?
Yeah, they discussed about, this financial that. Is it okay for
a Christian?
I mean, is it possible? Well, that's one of the questions that is it possible for a church to be debt-free in America?
Is it possible for a church to
be debt-free or a Christian to be debt-free in America?
Is it possible?
Yes.
It's definitely possible to be debt-free.
It's possible, but...
So what's the question?
It depends on how it's going to be possible. If you're going to be a renter, it can be possible. But if you're going to buy a house, you have to be, you need to get a loan if you're going to buy a house.
So
if you're buying church, yes, it's a liability. If you're buying church, you are making monthly payment. That's why is it... And like Pastor said, where it depends. There's some that you cannot afford not to get. But as a Christian, you should know how to manage. Probably finances. You want to buy something. You don't just keep incurring debt and getting more into depth until
your
you
priorities
soak
right.
into it.
Exactly. And
So,
even learn about
if you are getting a
finance.
debt, you have to be a smart one. Probably you are getting some for business, to start a business.
Yeah.
Those are, something you can get into. America is, people borrowed money. There's nothing wrong in borrowing.
But you have to know, yeah,
You
have
have
to know
what you are
you're
using it
doing.
for.
Yeah.
A quote Peter will be there. Peter will be was like, there's nothing wrong in borrowing,
We have to
but
have
what are you
sense.
using it for?
Yeah, you have to have
Yes.
sense.
So you have to be smart with your money.
Don't go and borrow money and then you go and buy something, more liability.
Like-
on the liability.
Like Pastor was like, some people borrowed money and they use it to go and do burial in Nigeria. Some will borrow money.
Voila.
Yeah, we have people like that.
At the party.
Now we have attitude. I want us to,
Round
do
up.
attitude, and this is really important. Some
In
lady
relationships?
always, I'm not gonna say lady, either guys or they always overlook this aspect of relationship. They,
Attitude.
once you are in love, there's some things that we kind of overlook and think, well, if we get married, maybe it's gonna change, or I can change him, or I can change her. If you are a drunkard, that's an attitude. If you're an addict, that's an attitude. That could be very difficult to
Your
change.
attitude toward
Yeah,
alcohol,
if
your
you're an
behavior towards
if you abuse your woman or your
drinking.
husband, that's something you may not be able to change. So attitude, what is your general outlook on life? How do you handle stress and conflicts? What is your communication style like? How do you handle
these are the things you
disagreement?
will. These are the things you will.
How do you handle disagreement in your
Yeah,
relationship?
these are the things you learn as you go on in your
Ah,
friendship.
I would like to learn that within the first 3 months,
But
so that you
know-
don't waste my time.
Do you know that a woman can be cool when you get married? Then maybe certain things happen in the family, financial crisis,
And it can
Should
change.
change.
That can change your attitude,
change
right?
your attitude. Then again, when women start giving birth,
Yeah.
the first child is there. She could be paying attention to you. Second child comes again, and you see some changes.
Please hold on
and
that
attitude.
point. I don't want you to forget. Do you think we should have our podcast on this topic, because some of our guys need to understand?
That
We talk about this when we're coming from the store, right? I was like, this is a
See?
trick. I was telling her that, this is like a trick.
I tricked him.
You understand that, I marry you as a slim lady. Now, you
Extra
understand? Do we
small.
have to, should there be a lecture for our guys to understand that, you know what?
You will change. Your wife will
They
change.
are not. If you are marrying them because of their structure,
Physical.
that's a wrong thing to
Yeah,
think
you know,
of.
if you
So
marry for structure,
continue
that's where you-
I want you to finish what you are.
So when a woman gives birth, so many things will change.
Yeah.
And attitude, the way she talks to you at times. Sometimes she's
Sometimes they are cranky.
yes.
Hormone.
Especially when they are pregnant.
Yeah.
Hormone.
After pregnancy, the first child, second child, third child, so many things has developed in her system, and she has seen Yoruba say "riri aye" in a marriage. So you won't tell me that it's always sweet every day, because there will be a time quarrel will come up. There will be a
Yes.
time you may not talk to each other, but in the long run you still resolve things.
Commitment.
So her attitude will tend to change, and our concentration will be like on the children because they are still
Divided.
young. So she might be giving you
10%.
100%, but when that child comes, it will switch all of a sudden to 80-20. You get 20, the child gets 80. Sometimes 90 to 10. Then eventually, when she start having more children, you'll be
And
like,
if it's a woman that has been looking for a very long time,
yes,
it
she
may
wants
be
to like
it
10.
may be 99 to 1%.
Yes, that's
Yes.
true.
You
For the
men.
feeding, for everything, she's there. She'll take care of the home. She'll clean the house, do everything.
But it
At
doesn't mean that
times,
she doesn't love
at
you.
times
I know,
when she's
but you
overwhelmed
guys-
with work,
but-
when you come back,
Women also
You
should
want to
understand
eat
that we
hot
need to be
food.
loved also.
we need to
We're
be
like
loved.
a baby.
But let me tell you the truth, my brother. It's when I get here that I got to understand so many things.
We also need love, honestly.
Because women, to control a child,
It's not easy.
it's like a church congregation. Two children, 3, 4,
It's so sad.
5, at times 6 children.
It's
a
so
woman
sad, though.
alone controlling them. You see a lot of issues coming up. Attitude will change.
It's
you
the
talk, she'll
environment.
snap back.
American system is kind of wrong place to raise a child. Honestly speaking.
This
Not
is
even that one,
one-on-one. The woman and the child in the house now.
Yeah, but
taking care of
when
the
they are
children
growing up also,
and taking care of you, it's not
it's another
easy.
problem.
And
It's a lot.
we men, we
Say
could
it.
be.
Say it. Sometimes I look at him, I'm like, you are not single.
What-
you need
what-
to
what are
talk
you-
at these children. Say something. They even listen to you more than I do.
Yes, but
When it comes to children listening to you, to the mother also and the father, the children, they are friends to their mom. And the mom, no matter how bad the mom is, she doesn't even want the husband to spank the child much. So the man needs to stand firm and say, look, hey, let their big voice be there, the father voice be always there.
you. Yes.
To like shout at them and so on. But not all men are the same. So men are like, I'm beating myself if I see my child crying. So men can't stand that
No,
But
beat them,
it-
tears
please.
or that
sometimes
whipping
you
of a child.
Please.
you get to
Spank
a
them.
point sometimes that
They need
you
it.
must do it. Even Bible support it.
It's Bible supports, but some men can't. My elder brother, there was a day he was beating his son. He was, we beat you, we beat you. He was crying at the same time. It happened to me also. I flogged my daughter and I went to the room. I was like, why must this girl be like this? I was just tearing. And my wife came, so don't touch her again. Oh.
I
This is what
think
you're
to me, I make sure they deserve that beating.
Yeah, they deserve it sometimes when you beat, sometimes when they. My brother, it is
The only
well.
thing is, like, I like about that is that she will want me to call them and let them know why they
Yes,
receive
you have
the
to.
punishment.
That's good
Exactly.
parenting.
And
again.
if
That's the parenting aspect.
if I'm wrong about them, she will want me to apologize
yes,
and
you
make
must,
them
yeah.
feel. I was like, we're African, man. We are raised very tough.
And as when we are here as African, we need to blend both.
Yes.
Our
definitely.
culture
Exactly.
must be there because the Chinese culture is always
Tough.
tough on the
Very,
children.
very-
They make sure they
even-
imbibe
they
the
even
culture.
stricter than
The Kokoyes, their culture also are imbibing their children. You see,
Yeah.
they speak Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we should let our culture
In our own
imbibe our
case,
culture
it's
and then-
because
Dominate.
in our own culture, I think what is wrong with us is about trying to
imitate the West. We want to be westernized our children.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
say our
want-
own language as vernacular.
And do you see white now learning Yoruba?
Are you sorry?
White people are learning Yoruba.
They are cooking
And
African
speaking.
food,
And
eating.
speaking.
And now we have people that are born there running away from their language.
Yeah.
Running. in a way.
You know, it's just human nature. We don't appreciate what we
What
have.
we have,
We
yeah.
want to appreciate other people, and those other people want to appreciate your own.
That's true.
You know, the
So-
day someone told me, my auntie told me, oh my God, I love your nails. Nails. Me, that like my nails, I don't even like it. See how they open up this way. And she's like, wow. Ever since that day, I said, I like me the way I am.
I think we kind of
We
talk
have
about
to, you
number
know,
7
have-
here. I think
be
we talk about
confident.
this, and it's about family. Do you want a children?
Do you want children?
If so, how many and when?
Immediately,
Is
plenty.
some want to wait 3 years after marriage.
Yeah.
Some 4, 5, depend. They still want to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
What is your view on raising children? What are your expectations for parenting and child rearing? So those are another
Questions
question.
that you need to ask.
Yeah, but maybe this could be later deep in the. But what
each
about
of
if,
those? Each of those highlighted
their
points.
own-
They are subheadings for topics. to
But
be
what
discussed.
about if you wait, very late to ask this question, and you realize you guys have different view about it?
It can definitely cause
Maybe
issues.
the
definitely.
husband don't want kids and you want kids, and now you are deep in the relationship. How do you get out of that?
How do you get out?
It's more or less like you waste. Maybe you've been in a relationship for like 5, 6, 7 years, and now the guy
It's
make you
saying he doesn't
understand I don't
There-
want children.
There must be discussion before.
And that's why I always
Sometimes there's not.
advocate that this should come within the first 3 months of going out. Honestly.
And when you are all in that lovey stage of a relationship, sometimes you forget to ask all these important questions.
And that's why we're having this forum.
Exactly.
Whoever is watching us should say, those are the things you must
Especially the
ask
young people.
questions
Yes.
about. Ask, do you want to raise kids? I want kids. I want to raise kids. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. And
Some people go as far as who's going to do children's homework.
Now with
I was like, eh?
because I kind of remember back in Staten Island, the lady that even though the husband want kids, but he kind of succumbed to his wife because the wife don't want kids. And the lady, instead of having kids, she was rearing different animals.
Dogs.
Not even dog, lizard, all those reptiles. He was raising reptiles, things like that.
No, they are not Christians.
And the guy is putting up with all those crap.
They are not Christians.
And she was like, well, not like I can have kids, I want to have, but I'm afraid because I did my mom wrong and I don't want my children to do the same too. So I told my husband, I don't want to have kids. And if you want to have kids, I can have kids. You will be raise it all by yourself.
On your own.
Yeah. I can give you one, but I'm not packing any shit. I'm not doing any, all those things. But you can do it for animals. You can pack animal shit.
Honestly, having kids in a relationship, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. And I feel like we just went along with it. We didn't even really like.
Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I feel like to run away. Trust me.
But we didn't really.
Well, that's the fun because my brother, until
you say that's the fun.
Until
do you want to know the fun part of it? Is when this one is complaining, this one is complaining, this one is complaining, and my head is spinning.
That is the fun.
That's the fun
That's
part.
now.
You're gonna be
this is
daddy.
time for you
this call me this. Oh, this call me that. And it gets to a point that lately now they do fake cry, and it trigger me like.
Yeah.
And when I get there, they fake it.
That's the fun part.
That's the fun part. Until they'll get to a stage.
You'll be missing it.
But now it's like I'm losing it. It's like that.
Definitely
like
you lose it, but you just have to control it so that no one lose it.
It looks like they're gonna make me run mad.
No, they won't.
Oh my God.
This trend.
Lastly,
interesting.
I don't know if this is going to. I know this may not be applicable to African people, but I know it's very important in America. And as much as this is really important in America, we still have a lot of black people that are not doing it. We have a lot of black families that still think this is not important. Insurance. And I'm talking about life insurance.
How does that get into relationship? What's our topic again?
It's part of it. Question to ask in a relationship.
What's our main heading topic?
Dating and relationship, a biblical perspective for singles. So those are the questions. So
life insurance.
What kind of insurance do you have? How important is insurance to you in the relationship? Do you have any expectation?
Life insurance.
Yeah. Do you have any expectation for your partner when it comes to insurance?
So with foundation of Christianity as our background on this podcast.
Do you know Bible? Do you know Bible actually support this?
To have life insurance or financial preparedness?
Yes, not like life insurance, but life insurance is another way that you can,
financially prepare yourself.
Fortune. For your family. Yeah,
exactly.
And Bible gives, So why do we see have a lot of black people that are not key into this? And when they die, they leave a lot of liability to their family to take care of.
It's very important for you guys watching at home.
The moment you have one child, you should get life insurance.
The moment you have a wife, please have life insurance. Okay? Your wife is your family.
So is that important to you?
Very important.
Very important. I was ignorant of this. I'm not going to lie to you.
With that is there are a lot of stories of people killing, spouses killing another spouse.
That's why we have started with foundation of Christian. The person you are going to marry, make sure that person is not a selfish person and a greedy person.
We are saying it this way. When that little fight start coming in, there's hatred in the family, then the woman will just one day say, wow, or the man will say, wow, she's worth $10 million. 10 million. That 10 million will be playing on his mind all over and over.
If you look at the heading of this, dating and relationship, a biblical perspective, not worldly perspective. No, we're talking about biblical perspective for singles.
Choose the right person.
Trust me. You are right about people killing each other because of insurance.
Yeah, devil can raise in
and
very
I've talked to a lot of people about this life insurance, and you won't be surprised that this is always their excuse. Like, now if I die, my wife take the money and marry another man. That's one of their excuses. And I was like, okay, if you love your wife
You don't want them
enough,
to suffer.
do you want the woman to suffer?
With your
If
children.
marrying another person will make her happy, why should that be a big deal? You are
You
no
are
more.
gone.
It's not like she's
You are
doing it
gone.
while you are gone. All right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, if you're seeing it that way, fine. But at the same time, you are helping someone out.
Yeah.
You are
But
not living back liability.
what about the one that your wife or the husband realizes this money is enough for me to start a new life and decide to kill the wife? It's
That,
happening.
I mean, I hope
It's
he's not
happened.
going to get
There's
away
a-
with
I've
it.
forgotten the state. The guy was it's been sent to jail.
In
The
America.
Wife, yeah, in America, yeah. The guy was.
Do you know that? Do you
an
know-
attorney.
They don't get
Do you
away
know
with
that
it.
there's a
And
way-
I pray that they don't get away with it.
There's a way they set this thing up that everybody benefits. And it benefits the children if you have them. If you have a wife, there's a way you know. I just want people to understand that the mentality of someone is, I mean, unless you marry someone that is really,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
it's bad.
yeah. So I think we have.
If you choose the right person, I mean, and you continue to pray, and you guys have God in the center of your relationship, that's one thing about me and Prince that I just thank God for. We don't make money number one, like not like that, like
we do not, you know,
we don't place
we
that
don't have
much
that kind of
priority,
attitude about,
yeah,
you know,
exactly,
towards
about
money.
money.
Alex murder.
Alex murder of killing and
wife
children, right?
and
children
son, yeah.
and son.
Yeah, it's happened, but our prayer, and that's why it's very important to know
Very
all this
important.
before you even marry that kind of man.
Know that person's relationship with money.
I've always said that do not submit to a man that will not submit to Jesus. Do not submit to any
May
man
God deliver us,
that
my
will
brother.
not submit to God.
Just- because
You know why I'm saying this?
what about pastors killing their wives?
For money.
Then they never submit to God in the first place.
Yeah, they never submit.
It's
But
the
how will you
money.
know they didn't submit to God?
But when you are
Continue
dating
to
someone, all right,
It's not easy.
3
Continue to pray
to
over
6 months is enough for you to know the kind of person that person is.
Yeah, attitude, behavior.
That's why you don't love with your eyes closed anymore. Love with your eyes open and look to what you need to look to. Let your eyes open so that you can see what you need to see. Because the essence of all this question is to help both parties to understand each other, the values, the goal, and expectation. It is important. It's an important area of life that can help to ensure that they are compatible in this area before considering marriage. And we have a lot of Bible texts that, you know, if you're going to read all these Bible texts, I can
Yeah.
give it to you guys.
No, please put it on the.
Yeah, I'm going to put all the Bible texts on the screen for you guys to, you know, what Bible says about this relationship. And that's going to be our time on this one, guys. We thank you. If you're still here with us, thank you. This Escape Party to the Other podcast. Don't forget to tune in again. And that will be our wrap on this one. Brian Manuel, thank you.
Thank you so much.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, Limprin. It's been another nice topic. Okay, thank you guys for being here with us.
Leave a
Until
comment,
another time,
like, share, and
stay
subscribe.
blessed. Bye bye, guys.